I guess this is a kind of guided tour or something. Yeah, asking what the term blackness means to people.
So now for you today, it means more descriptive. It's not. It doesn't carry a negative connotation for you personally, and it's more descriptive as color. Any other ideas on what black means or what the definition means to you? Anyone? Sorry.
I think beyond it being a descriptive word, it's a community, right? So we live in a visual world. So it's not people see us. You don't know if I'm, Dominican or African American or what black. We live in such a visual world, but it is about color. And so black has become a community of, I think, many different, racial groups, and there's every black person up here comes from a different roots, but we're all still part of the same community.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that actually brings us into our next question in terms of the way that the term black has been used positively in American history, and how that term black has been used to define the black race and to give the black race its identity. Recent American
I have to
history.
say recent American history, because in the past 30, 40 years ago, black was a negative term for us
Right.
as black people, right? We were called Negroes then. Okay.
Thank you. So can anyone give me an example of, in recent American history, thank you, of the way that the term black has been used in a positive way, or in a way to give the black race a positive identity?
In the black?
Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, that was the beginning of people changing the concept of the word black in the 60s.
In the black. In the black.
In the black? Okay. It's okay.
That's a financial term.
Thank you very much for that. She said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. And I believe that does come out of the Black Power movement, which was during the 1960s and 70s. And the Black Power movement it emerged out of the Civil Rights movement, and it emphasized racial pride, and it spurred the creation of many black political and cultural institutions which were geared towards furthering black interests and the community. And I don't know if anyone is aware of any specific cultural institutions during the Black Power movement that were geared towards these types of goals.
The Black Panthers. The Black Panthers. The Black Panthers.
The Black Panther Party, thank you.
Just to speak about using black in a positive term, that black is beautiful, and that term actually resulted in creating Essence magazine. So,
Thank you. And could you, Bangladesh, just want to elaborate on the reason why that term was popularized, black is beautiful?
Because black was not seen as beautiful. I mean, even, among Caucasian people, they would always want a beautiful blonde child, and they might have two dark-haired parents, but they wanted a blonde child. And so then, subsequently, that was geared towards black people being the lighter the person is, even though they were considered black, the more beautiful they were, or the better looking that they were. So in the 70s, we started looking at black people with darker pigment skin as actually attractive or beautiful, hence the term black is beautiful.
Right, thank you very much.
Swarthy is another term.
Swarthy, okay. And this gentleman also, he mentioned the Black Panther Party, and I just want to...
There was a study done by Dr. Clark. He went in the southern area of the states, and he laid down dolls for little girls. And the little girls, they were black girls, and and the questions that he asked was, which is smarter, which is prettier? And all the little black girls kept picking up the white dolls. So that was part of a socialization that was going on during that period that had to be changed.
Thank you. So taking those ideas into account about, the importance of embracing Black identity as a positive and beautiful thing, we just want to, take your attention to the actual portraits that you see around you and just ask, who do you see here? What do these people have in common?
They're successful. They got money.
They're successful.
They got money.
But I see the one that's the most successful in terms of money or economics is not here. Oprah Winfrey.
Well, I was at the first lecture that he presented, and when he started putting it together, people weren't available, he said. Like Sidney Poitier wasn't ready to work. He said he couldn't do it until February. So he has part 2 and 3 in the works.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, as you said, these people are successful. That's one thing that they have in common. They're, oftentimes the top of their fields.
Why do you think they were picked to put in this exhibition? Or why do you think they are as opposed to others who were also successful in their respective fields?
Well, it kind of goes back to what you were talking earlier about blackness, and I think, as sad as it is, I think a lot of times we associate black and success with being, a basketball player or, a singer or a performer. And what's beautiful about the exhibition is that you see a diversity and representation of not just so much, people who are well established in the media industry, for example, like Puffy Combs, but someone who, was at the vanguard of women's health, such as, Faye Waddleton. So, it goes back to this idea of blackness and diversity and that representation in the exhibition.
Thank you. And how do you feel that these people may have embraced their racial identity through their accomplishments? Or can you think of any examples of someone specifically here who has embraced their racial identity through their specific accomplishments? Or actually, if you don't mind, we can actually just move towards the corner and we're going to point some people out.
Sorry.
So, and can everyone hear me? Hello? Okay, we're good. So we're going to look at this portrait here, and can anyone tell me, does anyone recognize this man? Aside from reading the wall text? Cheaters.
Wow, cool.
This is William Rice. He was one of the Tuskegee Airmen. Does anyone know what the Tuskegee Airmen did? What they're famous for?
Airplanes?
Airplanes. What else?
Trains.
Sorry?
Trains.
Trains? Trains?
Trains.
For my,
me over of your own accord.
I'm knocking you over out of a rudeness that I should
That
stop.
exists with fascination.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.